Welcome to another episode of Amputee Outdoors. I'm your host Glenn, and today my wife and I are just taking a short little stroll around one of the local walks through the woods. Can't really call it a hike. I mean, you could put all these trails together, there's a whole lot of them, and you could get some good miles. Seriously, you could. But generally this is more of the, hey, let's just do a couple of miles, we've got a little time, let's go for a walk in the woods just to kind of relax, hear birds, and commune with nature. This is the kind of walk that sometimes for us amputees, this is just perfect. This is just fine. It's a chance to get out in the woods, try out your leg, spend some time with family and friends, enjoying the trees and the sunshine and the birds. Maybe get a glimpse of a deer once in a while. The one we're doing today, we're only doing about 2 miles. It should be an easy walk, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see some people beating our butts going past us on the trail, but that's fine. If you're an amputee and you're out walking, you're out hiking, you're not out to set land speed records. You're out to just enjoy yourself and get outdoors. All right, let's get out on this trail. See you soon. Just walking along and come across this tree that fell over probably from there quite some time ago. All those ferns growing out of it, and also more trees growing out of it. Straight up out of that downed tree and up into the canopy above us. It's beautiful, isn't it? These are the kinds of things you get to see when you take a walk out in nature. Where we're hiking today used to actually be a coal mining area here. And I don't know if you can see that or not very well. It says 1920 there. This is an old structure from those days. What they've done is broken everything down and basically let nature take it back and put trails where roads were and things like that. It's very interesting. Once in a while you come across these little pieces of historical significance. And what they've done there, they've marked it out, the 1920 part, with a marker or something to make it a little easier to read, just so people will notice it, have a little appreciation for the history of this area and how nature over time takes back what is hers. Down there in the forest you can see some blocks. They're concrete blocks that have been overgrown, and those were at one point the foundation for that machine there that was used when they were mining coal around here. So all this here was once within a building, and huge machines on top of those blocks pulling cables up loaded with cars of coal. Today is actually made up of multiple trails, all interconnected. Most of them are pretty short, 0.2 miles, 0.3 miles, 0.7 miles. The advantage with doing that, of course, is that you can put together the hike as you go and figure out which ones you want to go with. So for example here, we've got 1.8 miles and a 0.1 mile here. We can just pick out which one we want to do that depending on how we're feeling, how my stomach's feeling, whether we're hungry, want to get home for lunch, that kind of thing. If you can find some trails around like this, around your neighborhood, I recommend them. They're a lot of fun, they're easy. Pack a little food, some water, and enjoy the day. Well, apparently we're going this way, because that's the way my wife's going, so I guess I'll follow her. In your area, there is probably, if you search for it, some historical significant trail kind of things, where you can get interpretive trails like this that tell you some of the history of your area. And of course enjoy the beauty of nature along the way. Look them up. Usually these are, if not ADA approved, fairly easy hikes, hardly even hikes really, more like an enjoyable walk through the woods. For those of us that got to work with a prosthetic leg, they're pretty much ideal. A little bit of a challenge maybe, not that hard, usually very doable, well maintained, short drive distance, and in short distance hikes. Like I said, 0.3 miles, 0.2 miles, 0.7 miles maybe, but very doable and very enjoyable. So check them out online, see what you can find. There's probably some history about the area you live in you've never really known about. Find out. Go for a walk in the woods. Thanks for joining me on another episode of Amputee Outdoors. I'm your host, Glenn. Hope you enjoyed this little walk and excursion today. And yeah, not every walk out in the woods is a big hike with a full pack and everything like that. Sometimes it's just a little pack, a couple of bowls of water, and a wander through the woods, which is what we did today. And it was beautiful, it was enjoyable. I don't even know how many miles we did. I'm not really counting, it doesn't matter today. It was just a walk in the woods. There's a lot of good benefits to walking in the woods. I've got a video about that, you should watch it as well. So, all right, that'll do for today. I hope to see you out on the trail, enjoying the beauty of nature. Bye now.